If you're looking at buying a condo on Maui and you plan to use it as a vacation rental, this video could save you from one of the most expensive mistakes in Maui real estate right now. On December 15, 2025, Mayor Bisson signed Bill 9 into law. Over 6,000 condos that were operating legally as short-term rentals on Maui now have a hard start date on their income. There is one part of this law that surprises almost every buyer I've talked to, and we're going to get to that, so stay with me. I'm Chaston Marcos, your Maui real estate specialist. I work exclusively in Maui real estate, and right now in 2026, Bill 9 is the first conversation I have with every single buyer who is thinking about buying a condo investment on this island. If you're new here and you're researching Maui real estate, whether you want to buy, invest, or relocate, hit subscribe for me. I put out content designed to give you the real picture of what is happening on the ground here, not what the listing says. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what Bill 9 does, who it affects, which properties are still safe, and how smart buyers are actually turning this into an opportunity right now. Let's get into it. This video is for you if you're seriously considering buying a condo on Maui, whether that's in Kihei, Lahaina, Kaanapali, Wailea, or Kapalua. And short-term rental income is any part of why that purchase makes financial sense to you. Here's what is at stake. The University of Hawaii Economic Research Organization, you might see as UHERO, projects a 20 to 40% decline in condo values in the zones where short-term rental use will be phased out. If you purchase the wrong property today, you are not just losing rental income in 3 to 5 years, you are also buying an asset that may be worth significantly less than what you paid for before you ever have the chance to sell it. Right now, the Maui condo market is already repricing and correcting. Buyers who move without knowing which properties are inside the law and which ones are outside are taking on a risk they do not have to take. So let me be the person who gives you the real picture. This is what I'm here to do. Number one, what the Minatoya list actually is and why this has been going on for decades. Back in 2001, a Maui County attorney named Richard Minatoya issued a legal opinion that allowed certain apartment zone condos to operate as short-term vacation rentals, even though the underlying zoning said residential. That opinion created a list of roughly 7,167 condo units, mostly in Kihei, Lahaina, Kaanapali, Napili, and Ma'alaya, that have been legally renting to visitors ever since. These properties became known as the Minatoya list. And for more than 20 years, buyers purchased those condos specifically because of that legal rental status. As of May 2024, 6,208 of those units were actively operating as a short-term rental, generating an estimated of $1.7 billion annually in visitor spending. What this means for you is that the Minatoya list is not some obscure technicality. It's a backbone of the Maui vacation rental investment market, and Bill 9 is putting an expiration on that. Number two, what Bill 9 actually does and the exact timeline you need to know. Bill 9 is not a law. It is codified as Ordinance Number 5909, passed by the Maui County Council 5-3 and signed by Mayor Bisson on December 15, 2026. The law phases out all short-term rental use in apartment zone properties. That means all Minatoya list units on a staggered timeline. West Maui properties, which include Lahaina and Kaanapali, must cease short-term rental by January 1st, 2029. The rest of the Maui County has January 1st of 2031. There are no opt-outs, there are no renewals. This is a mandatory phase-out, not an incentive program. One more thing worth knowing is the first lawsuit challenging the law was already filed last year in December, 1 week after it was signed. The legal fight is real, but as of today, the law is the law. What this means for you is if you are closing on a Minatoya list condo this year, you are buying an asset with a known income sunset date baked in. Number three, this is the one I said at the beginning that surprises most people. Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com cannot tell you if the condo you're looking at is on the Minatoya list. Those platforms pull from the MLS listing data, and MLS listings regularly describe condos as perfect vacation rentals or established income property without disclosing zoning status or a Minatoya list classification. I had a client recently who came to me with 3 properties she had shortlisted entirely from Zillow. 2 of the 3 properties were on Minatoya list condos. One had never been legally permitted for short-term rental use at all. The seller was simply renting it and hoping no one checked. The fine for operating an unpermitted short-term rental in Maui County can be severe. And even the permitted Minatoya unit she liked, they now have a countdown clock. What this means for you is that zoning verification is not optional. It should be the first thing that has to happen before you spend $1 of due diligence on any Maui condo right now. So if you're actively looking at Maui real estate and you want someone to run a zoning check on a specific property before you go any further, text me the address at my number below. I'll answer your message personally and accurately. So let's keep going. Number 4, which properties are actually safe for short-term rental income in 2026 and where to look? Bill 9 is not touching hotel zone or resort zoned properties. This distinction matters enormously. Condos in hotel or resort zones are not on the Minatoya list, they are not in the phase out, and they continue operating as short-term rental regardless of what happens next with this legislation. In Wailea, properties like Wailea Beach Villas, Ho'olei, and Wailea Lua are hotel zones and unaffected. In Kaanapali, properties like Kaanapali Ali'i and Honua Kai are in the same position. Kapalua also has hotel zoned options as well. These are the properties that carry genuine, long-term certainty for vacation rental income in Maui real estate. The Tourism Industry Group, also known as TIG, has also proposed rezoning approximately 53 apartment zone condo projects into a new H3 and H4 hotel districts, concentrated in Kaanapali, Kapalua, Wailea, and Ma'alaia. If that rezoning moves forward, those properties could be carved out of the phase-out, but that legislation is still in process. You do not buy based on a maybe. You buy based on confirmed zoning today. Because what this means for you is your safe zone for short-term rental investment in Maui is 2026 is hotel zoned and resort zoned properties. Number 5, the opportunity that exists right now because all of this. Here's where this gets interesting for the prepared buyer. The uncertainty created by Bill 9 has already moved the Maui condo market. As of right now, condo prices that are affected are down 28.6%. Sales volume is off nearly 29% year over year, and inventory is up 61.6%. The average days on market is at 134 days. That is a buyer's market by every metric. And some of those properties, particularly the ones that may land inside the TIG rezoning proposal, are being priced as if the short-term rental income is already gone, when in fact the legal picture is still moving. I had a client in early 2026 who identified a well-located condo in the building that was on that proposed exempt list. We negotiated 20% under the asking price because the seller had priced it assuming the worst. What this means for you is that the buyer who does the work now, who understands exactly which properties are safe and which ones are in rezoning limbo with upside and which ones to walk away from entirely, are in a position that does not come around often in Maui real estate. So here's what you know now. Bill 9 is law. It phases out short-term rental income for over 6,000 Minatoya list condos across Maui with hard sunset dates in 2029 and 2031. Hotel zoned properties are safe, the condo market is already repricing, and the online listing platforms you're using right now cannot show you any of this. Knowing all of that is genuinely valuable, but knowing it and having someone in your corner who can apply it to a specific property, a specific building, and a specific offer, those are two different things. What I do for my buyers in this market is run the full zoning picture before anything else. I check permit history, verify short-term rental legality at the unit level, and identify which building sits in the proposed rezoning zone with potential upside. That work protects you from buying the wrong property and positions you to move fast when the right one does show up. So if you are a buyer who is seriously looking at Maui real estate right now, and short-term rental income or an investment return is a part of your decision, this is exactly what you want in an expert in your corner, not after you had already made that offer. Text the word invest to my number right there below, and I'll reach out to you within 24 hours. We'll get on a free strategy call, talk through what you're looking for, and I will run a full short-term rental zoning check on any property you are already considering at no cost to you. The window where motivated sellers are pricing below market does not stay open long. The time to get clarity is now, not in 6 months when the market has already adjusted. Again, text INVEST to 808-371-6475. I'm Chaston Marcos, your Maui real estate specialist. I'll see you in the next video. Aloha.